We're joined on the line by a man who has risen through the ranks of late. If you're a fan of electronic dance music and you have for sure heard one of his original tunes or remixes in the last little while, picked up and joined the Tool Room Recordings group, Mr. Thomas Gold. How are you doing?
Hi, Barry. I'm fine. How are you?
Not too bad at all. Where are you based out right now?
I'm in Berlin here. I just moved there half a year ago, and I'm quite happy to be here because there's so much going on here in the city, and it's quite dynamic. I'm really happy.
Now, you have a lot going on. You said you're, just before we started talking here, you're off to Brazil.
Oh, yeah, I'm quite excited. Again, I'm going to Brazil, and I'm going to spend the whole weekend there. I'm going to play two parties, and one of them is a big winter festival. It's wintertime over there already. And, I'm just preparing all my stuff right now, burning some CDs, doing some edits, just to be, well prepared for some good party at the weekend.
Now, what got you started into everything, really?
Actually, I always loved playing the keyboards when I was a little child, and I learned to play the electronic organ, and then I loved to DJ from the early times on, and I collected my vinyl records, and I got some synthesizers, so I always loved to do music myself, and I had the vision to do some music people want to listen to in the clubs, and to play it out in the clubs, so I think that's how it started, yeah.
You started with a remix with Just Jack. At least that's what I first had. And now you've moved towards kind of a variety of different angles with what you're doing. You know, the pop remixes. You did the Sky remix just a little while ago, and so on. Is there something that you really like doing, one area or another, or are you just kind of all out there and whatever sparks some interest you like to take on?
I've always been into house music and whatever kind it was. So when I did music a couple of years ago, it was more progressive house and maybe electro. But now I'm going back to the roots a little bit, and I still have some funky elements in it. But at the moment, I'm also I'm getting very much influenced by the techie stuff and the minimal music. But it's still house. And what I love is to have some hokey melodies and some fat drum loops and bass sounds. So for me, it's kind of a spectrum I'm working in, and it always changes because I'm evolving and developing myself, and I don't want to stand still and just do the same thing over and over. And at the moment I have my let's say techie phase, but for the summer, and I've already prepared some new stuff which is very melodic, and you're gonna be surprised when you hear my next tracks anyway.
What setup do you have? Kind of equipment, hardware, and software do you use?
Actually, everything is based around my Macintosh computer with Logic as a sequencer software on it, and I'm running lots of plugins. I love, for example, the Arturia stuff, and they have all the analog emulations, and I have some wave plugins and many plugs, and I use some outboard gear. For example, I have a drum machine and an old one, and I have an analog synthesizer for some bass sounds. But actually, the heart of everything is the computer setup, and I also do the mixing all in the box.
Is that the thing that gives you your unique sound? Because when you hear a track that you've touched, it definitely sounds like a Thomas Gold track, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah, I've been asked it a lot of times, and I think it's maybe not the special equipment I'm using. It's rather the way I treat it, and I have my ways of listening to tracks. I have my way of mixing tracks, and for example, I have a special way of mixing the low end of a track, and how I arrange my stuff, and how I put my sounds where and what, and how I balance them. So I think it's not about what you have in a studio. It's just the way how you use it, and I'm using my stuff now for over years, and then I can always tell people if they ask me what to take care about if you want to do a good sounding track, and just know your equipment, know your plug-ins, and just know how to treat them the right way, and that's the most important thing. So I don't think it's just about having some special equipment. It's just the way how you work with it.
Well, if you were to talk to an upcoming DJ or producer, what do you see is the biggest problem that individuals have with really coming out with a full quality production, what's the biggest problem that you've seen, and what can you suggest that people look into correcting?
I mean, if I look at all the tracks I'm getting here, and I'm getting a lot of promos, and people send me tracks on Facebook and on MySpace, on my website, and I have a listen to all of them, at least a short one, a quick one, so I can give them some feedback. And my opinion is that many people just try to copy something which is in at the moment, and they often don't reach the quality of the original. So it's just a bad copy of what's already in the market. So this is not very interesting to the people and for the DJs to play. But there are also other people like young producers who have some new sounds and new ways of arranging, and they make themselves interesting. And I have some tracks here which I think they could be doing very well, and maybe they need some final mixing, some final tweaking. But the biggest problem is just to copy things you like, and then, for example, everybody tries to copy the Swedish House Mafia, but no one of them is going to reach the quality they do. So better go for something new and make this your own very charismatic style sound. And it takes maybe a little bit longer, but I think it's worth the wait.
I run a couple record labels myself, and all I get for promos a lot of the time are, hey, have a listen to this. It sounds like this, and that's great, but it sounds like that, and it doesn't sound like you. So
exactly.
I know exactly what you mean there. With regards to production and coming up, I'm not sure if you're familiar with a lot of the Canadian artists or not. We're based out of Toronto here, and we get a chance to see a lot of these Canadian artists. Is there someone that you would love to sit down and either do a remix for or work with that is Canadian that really sparks your interest?
Yeah, one of them is, of course, Mark Mendes, very young guy, and he's very talented. I like his stuff, and I like the way he does his tracks, and I play them out, and we already had some little chats, and the last time I was in Canada, I missed him, but maybe next time I'm going to hook up with him, and for me, he's one of the very talented guys at the moment.
Now, looking at your DJing schedule, you're based out of Berlin. Do you enjoy going east or west when you're DJing?
I enjoy both. I would say my favorite countries at the moment are Brazil, Mexico, Canada, and I would also say India, and because I had some very, very good experiences there, and but I can't say that I'm going that I prefer going to the east or to the west. I mean, if you go far enough, it's you can go both sides around, and so it's not east or west. And it always depends on the city you are in and on the club. So no special preferences, but I have my of course my favorite countries, as I said.
Excellent. And is there somewhere where you haven't had a chance to go that you really want to check out?
Yeah, I'm still waiting to go to Japan. I want to play in Tokyo, and never been there. So, yeah, I would be very, very happy to get a booking there.
I heard the cherry blossoms during the spring are just incredible. Definitely something to work your way to check out for. Do you have any plans to come back to Canada?
Yeah. I just got 2 gigs confirmed. One is, the one is on 18th of September in Vancouver. And the other one is in Toronto. I play there on the 19th of September.
I think I found my birthday party.
Ah.
There we go. Mine is on the 16th, so it looks like we'll be celebrating with you. Where would that be?
So we're going to have a couple of drinks together, huh?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Where would that be?
Vancouver is at the Red Room, and in Toronto it's called TIFF Special Events. I don't know exactly what it is, but interesting.
That's the Toronto International Film Festival. That's when all the big boys around the world are in town, and it is a crazy, crazy week. So you're going to get a special venue with some really popular people coming in and extended liquor license, and it's going to be crazy.
Awesome. That sounds really good. I just got it confirmed last night, so quite fresh, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
I am very much so as well.
Cool, man.
Now, DJ-wise, you've had a chance to play quite a few gigs all around the place. I saw you were in Miami this year, correct?
Yeah.
Now, did you have a chance to play a beach party versus a pool party, and what do you kind of like better?
I didn't play a beach party, but I played pool parties, and I just can tell that these parties are great. It's such a special atmosphere. You cannot get that in the rest of the year. Miami's so special, and especially the pool parties in the afternoon. It's 1, 2, 3 o'clock, and people are starting to party, and you can play all the cool summer stuff. It's similar to Ibiza, but it's different at all on the other side. So it's very special, and I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm looking forward to next March again to go there.
Now, we mentioned Ibiza, we mentioned WMC. Is there somewhere else that festival-wise or just kind of massive party-wise that you really find is a great environment to be in?
I mean, Brazil is a very good country for festivals. I'm going to play there tomorrow on a big festival, and I'm really looking forward to it because they really know how to party, and they love music, and I just enjoy to be there.
Excellent. And I guess we'll wrap things up very shortly. You just had a new release out on Toolroom. What kind of interest and support have you had for that? It's a new EP I did. It's a 2-track EP. The tracks are called Work That and Kananga, and they're very techie inspired, but still housey and very dynamic. It's a typical Thomas Gold, but with a techie edge, and I just wanted to do something different, and it's kind of a follow-up to the single The Button I did on Toolroom, so it's my second release on Toolroom, and I'm still so happy to be with them, and the Toolroom family is great, and it's always been on top of my wish list to have releases on Toolroom, and now I'm part of the whole family, and nothing better than that, and I'm too proud. Excellent. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you here in September in Toronto. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us.
It was a pleasure, and looking forward to September as well. Hi, this is Thomas Gold. You're listening to DJ Amps on Amplified. Hi, this is Thomas Gold. You're listening to DJ Amps on Amplified Radio. Is that right? Hi, this is Thomas Gold. This is my latest track on Amplified Radio.